Hey guys, we just got back from our trip to New York and we wanted to talk to you a little bit about packing and skincare during your trip and after your trip. So, one of the most frustrating things about a trip when you're flying is figuring out how you're going to get everything into that little Ziploc bag that you need for your week.
It's the TSA, don't play games.
Yes, you can only have what fits in there, so you can only have, those certain ounces in there. So, like my favorite moisturizer, I can't fit that in there. You remember the Clinique one, the one
Yeah,
that we reviewed?
the Maximum Hydrator Activated Water Gel.
Yeah,
We always
you
forget
remember
the
about
name.
that. Yeah, it's a long name, but it's just
It's a
good
really
stuff.
good moisturizer.
So what I did was I just took the sample with me in my bag, the one that got me hooked on the product, and that way I had that with me and used that as my moisturizer for the whole trip, and it worked great. Another good tip, if you have a product that you don't have a sample of or that doesn't come in travel size, is you can get those refillable plastic bottles, from your local drugstore or Target, wherever you like to go. You can pick these up, and this is what I did for my Aveda shampoo because they did not have the right shampoo in a travel. So I took this with me and filled it with my shampoo. And a lot of the kits come with little labels where you can put right on it, just like those did. So that's really cool. And I also took my Kiehl's Facial Fuel face wash with me. And this, what I do, I've had this for a while, and I just refill this from my large bottle. That way I always have this for wherever I'm traveling. I take this even when I'm not flying, just anytime I'm traveling, I'll take this with me. So this is my favorite daily face wash, and I couldn't go anywhere without that. And also a fun tip for fragrances is if you have any fragrance samples, this is the perfect time to take them with you and use those. You also could do the same thing like with the bottles. They do make those refillable fragrance now that you can just squirt your fragrance into and use, so those are really cool too. But I took this great Joe Malone fragrance sample with me, and it got me through the whole trip, and there was still some left, and it was an awesome scent to take with me, so I was very excited to have that with me as well.
And you wouldn't have worn that one otherwise.
Yes, it's one that
so
I
it's
maybe
good.
tried once, and it was still just sticking around, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to take this with me. And it was really good, and now when I smell it, it'll make me think of our trip, so that's pretty cool. So I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. And Kiehl's is really good about making those smaller travel bottles on that grab-and-go fixture, so that's really convenient.
Yes.
And actually, one thing that I did is I took some stuff that I had from, like, gifts. Like, I had a GWP from Kiehl's.
Yes.
So I took the face wash out of that with us. So you don't have to, empty out your normal product that way.
The perfect time to use all of that little stuff that you just laying around. So look through and see what you have. And, before you go out and buy anything, look through and see what you have. And that way you can pack all of those items and then just make a list of what you need, so that way you can save money and save that for your trip.
Yep. So then when you get back from the trip, like we went to New York, so it's very smoggy and sweaty and kind of gross. So when you get back, you feel really nasty. Like my skin kind of felt like sandpaper. So yours kind of was yucky.
I just couldn't wait to get back and do a mask.
So what I always do when I get back from a trip like that is I start with a little scrub. And this is just a generic Walgreens apricot scrub, but it's really good. I've used it for years. And it has the grains in it that really scrape all the nastiness off of you. And then I, of course, use my Kiehl's Rare Earth Deep Pore Daily Cleanser Face Wash, which is awesome. And I use that with my Clinique Sonic brush just to get an extra little dose of cleansing there. I like to scrub all my skin off, basically. So then, to fight all the pollutants, Kiehl's has this awesome little mask that I had a little sample of. So it's the cilantro and orange extract pollutant defending mask, and that does a really good job of just like smoothing everything out and pulling all those impurities out of your skin from all that nasty air you breathe and comes out of the ground there. And then, of course, follow up with your moisturizer. I use the little Clinique one again, and some Clinique All About Eyes, because you got to treat around the eyes, because that's the most sensitive skin. So
yeah, so overall, that kind of lets you know what you need to pack. You definitely want to make sure you have all of your regimens to pack with you. You want to make sure that you definitely have your cleanser You definitely have your moisturizer. You may even have a small sample of your serum from some sort of gift or sample. You might want to make sure to add that in there. And then, of course, you want your fragrance. So just remember all of those key things when you're packing, and hopefully this will help you get ready.
And also maybe some sunscreen, depending on where you're going.
Yes.
Like we were pretty, we were okay because we weren't out on the beach all day long. But
it may be definitely a moisturizer with sunscreen in it.
Built
to
in
the
would be
very
awesome.
least, you'll want that. So just think about that as well.
Be prepared.
Yes. So hopefully you guys found this helpful for your next trip. And we will be back with you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.